Hey everybody, it's Angel from Halo Inspirations. We give you inspirations to help you spread beauty and joy through your quilting journey. Happy hump day. Whoop whoop. Happy Wednesday to you. I feel like I hear my phone. We don't need that. Totally muted now. So at any rate, yes, it's Cherub Chit Chat. It's Cherub Chit Chat time. One of our favorites. Couldn't not do this one. We love watching the inspirations come through, and I have plenty to share for today. So that will be the first one, and as you can see, I do have a little bit of product. There's one other item that I'll discuss with you later, because first we want to get to the cherubs and their inspiration, right? So hello, Sharina. Hello, Sherry. How are y'all doing? How are you doing? Because, you know, we like to chit-chat a little bit, right? So how is it that everybody's doing on this fine Wednesday? Sorry it took a little bit longer. I had to get myself something to drink. And then I couldn't find the mouse. So, it was running and I was like, oh goodness, I got to switch over. Couldn't find it. Seems to be like the norm lately. And yeah, and we're in a little bit more than halfway of our shop hop season. So for those of you who have stopped by and you're awesome. Thank you, you're awesome too. It would be, oh, hello, Melissa. I actually could see it. If you saw the screen I'm looking at, we're working on that. I will tell you, I have been talking about a new camera. We have 2 new cameras hung. They've been hung. I've talked about that. But I actually am going to use one tonight. So I'll need a little help with you guys when we get there and I switch over to that camera, because I want to make sure, first of all, that you're seeing it correctly. And second of all, if it seems to be any better for you. Lots of features that can come with this. So I can zoom in if I needed to and all kinds of things. So that is on its way. You're making waffles? Listen. Sharina, you're always cooking, girl. Y'all make me hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. And it's 7 o'clock at night here. Yeah. Waffles sound really, really good. And so, sorry, I was looking up at the ceiling. So fun, so fun. It's a little early for you. What time y'all eat dinner? You're 3 hours behind me, so that would put you at 4 o'clock, if my math serves me correctly. I do math all day, so by the end of the day, I'm kind of loopy. But yeah, so we're a little bit more than halfway. We've got 3 more weeks, which then means we can settle back to some normality here on YouTube. Next year, because we've been through it, we have a little bit of experience to go with this. So we're going to be able to adjust more easily. Oh, it's 5. Oh, you're only 2 hours behind me? You know, I've been really confused by this. Do y'all not practice daylight savings in Utah? I'm wondering, because I was talking to a vendor and I was setting up times to talk to them, and they told me their lunch hour and it was only, maybe you're just mountain time. I don't know. I get so confused with time changes. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. That's why I quit saying standard time, daylight time. I don't know where we are and how it works, but so it's 5. So it's dinner time. Well, I feel terrible. We'll get back to some kind of normality, because after shop hop season goes goodbye, August 31st, where, I love meeting all the new people. So I'm going to miss seeing all the new people from various states, but I'm kind of happy to get back to some normality in our timing on our shop. So we'll be able to work around that and figure it out. But at any rate, yes. The coast is 3 hours difference. Okay. Yeah, to me, you're not on the coast, but you're close. You're like right there. So, well, that makes more sense to me now. Thank you, Sharina. All right. So we want to get started have to take a little bit of something to drink. All right, so we're going to get started, and I do have all these pictures loaded. Let me go back. How do I get out of this? Oh, that's how. Very good. All right, so first one on the list, I had a local cherub come in, and as long as I can see that far. Now, I'm always looking, personally, I love it when somebody does something very unique and different, because it gives you ideas on, you know, different things you might want to do. And it's okay to use different things. There are no rules in quilting. We don't have rules, right? Just guidelines. So this person came in, and she, I don't know what the relation is. I don't know if it's her son, might be her son's. But at any rate, she actually paid for an arsenal flag. So that's made out of something. Awesome. Hey there, Amy. Glad to see you. That's actually an arsenal flag, which is, for those of you who are not familiar with Arsenal, it's actually a professional soccer team. And it's a flag. So it's kind of like, I think it's made out of, to be real, I think it's polyester. And then she's turning it into a quilt. So this is the picture that we took, because what she did is she put a solid around it. It's ooh, I don't know what color it is, to be real with you. Obviously it's a blue. But that's a cotton fabric, and then around that she's working, and I took a picture, but I didn't put it in here. It's flying geese. And it matches the gold for sure in the flying geese, along with I want to say it's red. And so she's going to add it around it and, you know, do different things. But it's not cotton for the flag. And this person is going to love it because they are an Arsenal fan, right? If you love soccer, you know who Arsenal is. I want to say that when Michael was growing up, it was one of his favorite teams. So very, very popular team, and fun to watch. But I just love the idea that she's turning it into a quilt utilizing the flag, because we can all get our hands on different flags and different materials. That it may not be a panel per se, but it's just something a little fun to go with it, and they're going to love it. They're going to absolutely love this quilt. And if I don't look at the camera all the time, it's because I'm looking at the picture with you, so I can remind myself. So that was from one of our local cherubs, and I look forward to seeing it finished, and I will share it with you if she comes in and shares it with us. A lot of people like to do that, and I'm so grateful, because some of the stories and some of the quilts are absolutely amazing. So that is the Arsenal flag. That was our first one. And FYI, if you're hearing any kind of noise right now, it's the air conditioning. It's humid as snot. I don't know what's going on in your world, but in our world, it's, you know, the tropical storm is hovering off the coast of North Carolina, so we have some storm coming in, supposedly. We haven't even seen but a little bit of rain. It's still kind of slow moving and whatnot. I'm glad it wasn't like Saturday, which was just, we lost power. That wouldn't be fun for us. But so far it's just rain, no big deal. But the outside is very humid, and so the air is kicking on, and which is good, because we have fabric in the house, and you got to have some humidity control, right? Very, very humid outside. So at any rate, so that was our first one. That's a local cherub. The second one I'm going to share is from Sharina. Now, when I do this, Sharina, you're in the house. She stated that, hello there, Miss Judy from Georgia. Glad to see you. It's cool there, Sherry. It's 70 degrees. And that's cool. See, that's my perfect temperature. Oh, thank you so very much. It says Bo, but I want to say your full name is Bonnie. But at any rate, I want to say, Sharina, that this is a free fat quarter pattern from Fat Quarter Shop last year, year before. I don't know. Time gets confusing. However, I love it. You made it your own. If it is in fact, hello, Cece. If in fact it is a Fat Quarter Shop, because their border is just a little bit different. Hey there, Mom. Glad to see you. It's the same concept, but they're more squares. They're more, I don't know what size they were. I'll just pick 2.5 cut, 2-inch finished. It might have been a different size, but you did a more elongated, which I actually appreciate, because then you don't have to worry about, it looks like you matched it very nicely with the length of whatever you finished at, because it might have told you it finishes at 40 inches and you might have come out at 40.5 or 39.5. And so doing it the way you did it really enabled you to play with it and be more friendly to what you quilt with. Charming Christmas, yes. And I want to say that's a free Fat Quarter Shop pattern. Am I wrong? Because it looks, if it's not, because a lot of people did this type of thing, but that's what it looks like to me, and it is so super cute, and I'm so glad that you finally got it quilted. What did it finish at for you? Do you know? Because you have that extra border on the outside, and you did a great job, girl. You did a great job. That is a really fun quilt. Yeah, Mom. My mom says that she loves that tree. And for those of you who are new, Sharon Campbell Coy is my mother. It is. Okay. I thought so. That's what it looks like. Oh, yes, that is a charming tree. Yes, it is. It really, truly is. I absolutely love it. Sharina, you did a good job, and it's always nice. And you did a little tweaking to it of your own. You made it your own, and it is so cute. It is so, so cute. I'm just wondering, I'm waiting because there is a delay to see what hers ended up finishing at. It is so cute. You did such a good job. Squares and half square triangles. Whoop, whoop. And rectangles, because you did your border in rectangles. Oh, you don't know. Okay. Well, it's okay. It's super cute. And it's, for those of you who are looking at this, and you're interested, so on Fat Quarter Shop, they have a blog. It's called the Jolly something. I can't remember the second word for it, but they have a lot of free patterns, and I want to say this one was a wall hanging size. Of course, you can always adjust to make it bigger or smaller, but I want to say that's what the pattern called for. Super cute, Sharina. Absolutely love it. And it's Christmas. So this is, well, it's not Christmas. But what it is, the fabric has come out for Christmas. And so we're supposed to be working on it. Of course, most of us are at Christmas Eve stitching away, trying to get our projects done before Christmas, But it's a good time to share Christmas inspirations. And Sharina actually has shared another one, which I absolutely love. This is the second one she shared, and it is a stocking. This is cute. I don't know where this pattern comes from. She said this is several years in the making. Sharina, I think you said it was like around 4 years. They have it in charms and mini charms. There you go. That's why it's called the Charming Tree. Thank you, Sharina. Jolly Jabber. I knew it was something about talking, but I couldn't remember. There you go. The Jolly Jabber is their blog. Lots of free patterns. And the mini charm, whoo, that would be fun. Yeah. That would be fun. But this is a stocking, and several years we finally got the UFO done. I love me some stockings, guys. And this one's really, really cute because I love how a lot of times you'll see, that people use an all over fabric. And this one, she separated her fabrics with that background, and it just added something really cute. It made it different, and I love it. You made it up? Oh, you had a jelly roll. She made this up. Awesome. There you go. Sherry. Hey there, Sherry. Like the wine. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Wow, love all the prints. Looks vintage. It kind of does. With the prints that she used. It has a modern twist in my head because of the black, but you're right, Mom. It does have a bit of a vintage style to it. Super cute. Very well done. Touche, Miss Sharina, touche. So that was the second one that she shared. You're always out of town, Sherry. No worries. We'll have one next year. Yeah, she made it up. Right? Such talent, my mom says. Absolutely. That's Sharina. She's very inspirational. Love looking at her stuff. Very, very inspirational. And Sherry, I know you'll be in later. So then we have Sherry with a C. Because now, I'm saying Sherry like twice now. Two different Sherrys. So the first one that I'm sharing from Sherry with a C, she made a pencil bag. So this is the outside of it. I love the fabric. We love the fabric. Absolutely love it. And then, so she made this pencil bag, and we gotta love this. She added a zipper, so you can see this is looking from the top inside. Of course, she has a liner, because she's like that. And I asked her, what are you going to do with a pencil bag? Well, her daughter loves stuff like this, so she's going to gift it. And her daughter's very lucky, because she gets all kinds of nice stuff. I hope my daughter's not on here, because she's going to be wondering where. And my son, Michael, right? Yeah. Trouble. Hey there, Ann. Glad to see you. I did see your message. Just FYI, if you make it in the next week or two, I'm going to hold it. And then after next weekend, I'll pull it back, the item that you said you liked. So it's good to see you, Ann. But yeah, pencil bag. And Sherry, I know you're on here. So let me show the outs. Oh goodness, here we go. Yeah, here we go. So where's this? Is this a pattern, or did you just make it up? You watch, she just made it up. Because she's like that too. She just made stuff up. Very well made, my mom says. Love the yellow. I do too. And it's fun because yellow isn't a very big popular color in quilting. Like, it's interesting. I say that loosely because I have noticed this past year there is a lot of yellow going through. Lots of people are gravitating toward yellow right now. And it can be even a solid. It's amazing what's happening with yellow, because normally it just doesn't. Oh, so it's leftover half square triangles, and you made it up. Of course you did. Of course you did. So look, guys. Look. You know how to make bags? Yes, for the fabric. Okay. If you have any inkling, and of course Sherry has her favorite bag maker. What's her name? I always forget her name. Although if you share it with me, I'll be like, yeah, that's her. Yellow in a quilt looks, it does. It really does. I think it's an amazing color to use. And it adds so much to a quilt. But for a long time, people did not gravitate towards yellow. Ooh, I wonder if they'll ever do a yellow for a color of the year. That would be telltale. Because I will tell you, this past year, I've watched a lot of yellow. I've sold out of yellows and greens and browns, which are three colors that a lot of people don't gravitate towards, but this year has been the colors are yellow, greens, and browns. It's amazing to watch. Amazing. So thank you, Sherry, for sharing. Sherry with a C, that is. So the next quilt I'm going to share with you is a local cherub also, and she's so fun. So she came in with this fabric and she was just looking for something to match, and I only wish that I would have taken, now if you're on YouTube you can do the finger thing to make it bigger, like if you make it full screen and then you can, you know, do the finger thing to make it bigger. The quilting on this, she did such a great job, but I think she calls it chocolate mint or mint chocolate or mint chocolate chip, something like that. Because what we were saying when she brought this in, I don't know how it looks to you, but it's actually a brown that is in with that green. And it just reminded us of like the Girl Scout cookie mint chocolate chips, you know. It is so stinking cute. And she just had this fabric and wanted to use it. Hey there, Tater Tam. And she just wanted to use it. And I think she did a great job. But the whole quilting thing, so she had this stencil and she did a great job. I mean, if you can blow it up to see the quilting, she did a great job. Because in the sashings, you know, it was for her trying to figure out how to connect those stencils to make them so they were continuous. And she did oh my gosh, like I was so impressed because we fussed with it a little bit. We talked about it and I gave her some kind of ideas, and then she went home and quilted this out and she just did a great job. She did a fantabulous job. I would definitely put this on my bed. It is so, it wouldn't match the colors in my room, but I love it so much. It's so cute. There is a lot of beautiful detail that you can't really see unless you blow it up, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, do your little finger thing. So thank you to our local number 2. Yes, it is a beautiful quilt. I love it. I love the colors. It's mint chocolate. The next one, we're going back to Sharina. I got to turn my page. I took notes. So, oh, yes. So, Smokey the Bear has a birthday this year. I didn't know this. So, Sharina has some Smokey the Bear fabric. And he turns 80 on the 9th of August. So, today is the 7th. So, Friday, he turns 80 years old. That's a long time. So, Smokey the Bear. So, this is her Smokey the Bear fabric, and she's laying it out. And she hopes to get at least one of the blocks sewn together this week. Wouldn't that be fun? Smokey the Bear turns 80. What fun fabric, too. And I love your colorways. I love green and brown. See, look, we're doing it again. Green and browns. We had yellow with the bags. Green and browns. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is, but this year is like yellow, green, and brown. So happy birthday to Smokey the Bear, turning 80 this week. 80 years old. 80 years. Listen, guys, that's almost 100. That's a long time for Smokey the Bear. So, looking forward to seeing this, Sharina. Looking forward to it. The next one is also Sharina. And she calls this one her Galaxy quilt. This is actually, in the last few weeks, it's been a really popular fabric line. And it's very interesting fabric line. It's got like, one lady was asking about it because it reminded her of Starry Night. It is so cool. It's very different. It's an older fabric. I don't know, Sharina, if you can remember. Yeah, someone older than you. Sherry. Sherry with an S. Sherry like the wine. There's a lot of people older than you. You're not that old. Okay. So, at any rate, she says she finally got the borders on. So we've been watching this transition of her building this quilt. I love the design. I love the pop of colors and the different ways that she used it. And so now we have the borders on. So what's next? You going to quilt it, girly? You're so funny, Sherry like the wine. You're so funny. Love the color. Love the color. Super cool. She even has a dark purple in there. Double sawtooth star. Really? Oh, more yellow. You just loaded a t-shirt quilt with a bright yellow backing. I'm telling you. That's a double sawtooth star. That is so cool. It will have to wait. Yeah, I understand. You got a lot of quilts to do. I get it. Very pretty. Love the stars. I see crosses too. That's why I'm like whenever I get off here, I'm gonna blow it up. Now see, y'all can do that. I can't, right? Yeah. I mean I could, but then I'm gonna be distracted. And that isn't good for me right now. That is so stinking cool how that came out. I love that. Now I even love it even more. You used the Galaxy. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, I did. In the double sawtooth, I did. So that's what I was going to say. That looks like crosses. Okay. So anybody who is interested, and Sharina, you made one, if I remember right. So I did a double sawtooth star with that fabric. It has unicorn fabric with it, and it has like really positive sayings with the unicorns. It's a really, really cool line. And the color, it was just fun. It's just absolutely fun. But it's not just one. It is one double sawtooth. It's one, but it's like, it's a mega, like it's huge. And I gifted it to my granddaughter. And the pattern is called Crossing Colors. Oh, I love it. I love this pattern that you did with it, Sharina. It came out perfect. Super love it. So that's what Sharina was talking about, was the mega double sawtooth star pattern that I did with this fabric. But her placement of the star crosses draws you into it. Beautifully done. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's really pretty. So thank you, Sharina. Thank you for that. Now I just got to figure out which picture it is. There we go. Okay, so the next one... I'm so sorry, guys. It's like this big. The next one is Back to Sherry with a C. And this one... Now, Sherry, I know you're in here, so I'm kind of curious. So she did this. This is what she calls her strawberry lemonade quilt. So the line is strawberry lemonade, which has been so popular, they reprinted it again. Okay. Super gorgeous. It's a Moda line from Chelsea and, Sherry and Chelsea, Quilting Life. They don't call each other that together, do they? I guess they do, but that's more Sherry than Chelsea. Anyway, but the pattern, though, reminds me, that looks like a Lori Holt pattern to me. Am I wrong? I know it is. I know it is. I can see it. I love that quilt. So it is very colorful. It is very pretty. And I swear it is a Lori Holt pattern. It's a block that was in your AccuQuilt. Oh, okay. Well, then it ain't Lori Holt. Hey there, Sherlock Sews. Glad to see you. It doesn't... Okay, so, Sherry, do you know... it's very similar to a Lori Holt pattern. Would you not agree? Like the edges of the, like, I don't know how it's made. I am not blowing it up right now. Oh, I can see it's not the identical. But the corners of that remind me of, I'm trying to think. Almost like a, I don't know which one I'm thinking. But then if it would have had a circle in the center instead of piece like that, I could just, it looks very, very Lori Holty to me. But it's not. It's an AccuQuilt Go. So there you have it, guys. Always, if you use an AccuQuilt, I said go, but if you use an AccuQuilt, look what you can do. Amazing. Looks like something Lori would do with small yeah. Yeah. They're not all really small, although Sherry with a C is working on the Quilted Witch. And Sherry, what is the smallest piece you cut so far? It's super cute. Everybody who has seen the Quilted Witch, you know, it is so super cute. And she's making it right now. And I think the smallest she said she cut is a 3/4 inch square, which my mom would just, yep, there it is, 3/4 inch square. My mom's done one with little pieces too. Hey there, Colleen. Colleen. Yeah. Glad to see you. Been there, done that. Yes, you have. Now, your pattern, Mom, that you did, you could have made the blocks bigger and then it wouldn't have been that small. But this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's not quilted yet, am I correct? I think that's your topper. Normally when you quilt it, you always share the back. Yeah. 3/4 inch, Anne. And my mom hand pieced, and Sherry with a C is machine piecing. So look forward to seeing her version of it, though. Gonna be fun. Not quilted yet. Yeah, I didn't think so. Normally you always share the back of it because that's how you work. And I think I could tell that was a topper. But I had to ask just to be sure. I could be wrong. So thank you, Sherry, for your strawberry lemonade. Super pretty. Next one we have is another local cherub. And I actually know the story behind this one. Oh, I have a train coming through. I don't know if you can hear it. And I'm sorry that it's like weird, but I had to take it long ways. I actually took this picture, and it's laid out on our quilt shop's cutting table on the kookaburra. And so for the checker or the buffalo check or the plaid or whatever you want to call it, she was looking for something very, very specific. And I learned a lot about checkers seem to be in like what's the word I'm looking for? They're kind of weird and seasonal in a way. I don't know how to explain it to you. They don't just pop out. They don't have like, I haven't been able to find a basic line. Basic doesn't mean the fabric's basic. It means that they reprint it over and over and over and over instead of being one and done. But I was able to find this. And I want to say it's a Robert Kaufman. We do carry it in the shop. And I want to say it should be online. If it's not, I'm going to be out there doing it. So the thing is, this fabric, I'm going to bring it. Let me write a note. I'm going to bring it to you guys one of these times because I want to explain. I learned something with it. So I want to say it's called yarn dyed. I might be wrong about that, but what that fabric is, so what that means is that they actually take, that's one of them that I do have. Yes. That's what they do when they do that process. You can tell, this is why I want to bring it on my next live for you guys, because it was very educational. So, normally we see, well, A lot of times we see fabric and it's dyed, they take their foundation fabric and they do the dye on top of it. Okay, so it's one solid piece of fabric like that. This particular plaid, check, whatever you want to call it, I think it's called yarn dyed. And what that means is the black is every strand is dyed. And the white, every strand is dyed, and then they weave it together to make the fabric. It is so, and you can tell at the selvage. I should have thought of this before I started talking about it, but I'm going to talk about this again because it's very, very interesting. Great to stitch with. There's a lot of things that people like to do with this fabric. She made a quilt. How cool is that? So, I'm writing a note because I want to make sure I bring this next time so you can actually see and I've seen other fabrics that have this type of selvage, and I didn't understand what it meant. It's very different looking selvage, and now I know. So when I share it with you, you're going to know too what it actually means, and very, very fascinating. Oh yeah, very cool. You like the check plaid. Yeah, I do too. What is that finish? Oh, at Sherry. Anne wanted to know what you've... Okay, there we go. Got it. I'm out. That is pieced. It's the black and white check fabric is what I'm talking about. That is, I think it's called yarn dyed. Oh, and then Sherry. Okay, I don't know where we're going. I'm going to keep talking. So, okay, so the story with this particular, she did her own design. And that was she wanted an inch. They're an inch by inch on that checkered plaid fabric, buffalo check, whatever you want to call it. And she was very specific. And the only other thing was she wanted it in a beige color. I couldn't get it. I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked all over the place. It was nowhere, especially with the size of the squares that she wanted. So I told her she could tea dye this, then that would give it to her. But she ended up picking other fabrics. And this is going to be a gift for her daughter for her wedding. Okay, so the purples has, that's, I think, her daughter's favorite color. In the quilting, if you can do the again, you'll be able to see. So she had it quilted, and it is, it's got dragonflies on it. And the story is there were 3 of them together after her favorite uncle had passed. And there were 3, the daughter, had a favorite uncle and he had passed. And within like a couple of days or so, there were 3 of them standing together, 3 women. And they had this whole dragonfly experience. Like they were just, all these dragonflies everywhere. And the uncle loved dragonflies. And so they felt that it was a message that said that he was going to be okay. And so she had the dragonflies put on there with her favorite color. And I should have taken a picture of it. The label on the back, another grandmother, maybe it's her granddaughter. I thought it was her daughter. Anyway, another grandmother had made the label, and they used a biblical verse with it, but it was like a combination of people making this quilt. And so there's so much meaning into the quilt and the story. I told her, make sure you take a picture. I want to see when her daughter, I think it's her daughter, but I could be wrong, gets this quilt, because the story in it is so touching. And she did such a great job on this. She was, worried. She never done anything like that, as far as like just winging and going with it. And here she did, and it turned out so pretty. So very pretty. Yeah, it is a beautiful story. You're wanting some to make a box. You like the black with white check. It's a beautiful in this. It is really beautiful. You're right, Colleen. Yeah. Then, Mom, such a lovely gift. The quilting is awesome. So special, so meaningful, a cherished. See, that's just it. And it's the stories that make the quilts. What a sweet memory to include with the dragonflies. Yeah. Love the stories. Me too, Anne. Me too. That's why when I get the stories, I'm like, I want to share them because it adds so much. That's how we connect as humans. We tell stories, right? So that's our local cherub, number 3. So thank you for sharing if you happen to be watching. The next quilt, we're going back to Sharina. I've got 2 more from Sharina. And so what this one is, y'all, Sharina and her son have made 13 bags. Can I just say that out loud? 13 bags. And they're going to auction them at their, at her son, is it your son's school? I know it's at a school. And each one of those bags has a pocket inside for keys and a cell phone. 13 bags this summer, guys. Listen, I'm slacking. I can't even get one made. This is amazing. 13 bags. 13 bags. So, one of the added things that I wanted to share was Sharina's son is disabled, and I love this because there are so many people with disabilities and they conquer the ability to sew. So she actually shared a picture with me on how they sew these things. I know, very cool, right, Colleen? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, being disabled, it can be difficult. So she shared this picture and I had to share it with you guys. So I'm going to go real quick into the explanation because I want to get it from her in her own words. Okay, so what she says is, this is her son's sewing machine and equipment to allow him to sew with her. Okay? So you see the red button, and he pushes the red button that starts the timer on the white machine. Okay, that you see there. The white machine is called a switch, and the sewing machine is hooked to it. So then she says, I sew when he hits the button, and it turns the sewing machine on. They use the timer feature, but it has a couple other settings. So that's how they made these bags together. He is an integral part to the sewing. It is amazing. I'm with you, Mom. And Sharina says in her bags, there's no batting or interfacing. That makes it fun. And they are cute bags, Lori. Sherlock So says. But I love this. I absolutely love this. And between the two of them, those 13 bags, guys, they did those together this summer. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. So those bags were made with her son and her together. And to me, that adds so much value. And conquering the, we hear so many stories about, I know stroke victims, they only have one arm and what they do to, to be able to sew and make things. It just, here we are complaining that our 1/4-inch seam ain't right. If they can conquer this, then we can too. I mean, they're just very inspirational and very, what's the word I'm looking for? We need to suck it up, Buttercup, because we don't have that. And if they can do it, then we can too. And it's such a great I love that you shared that, Sharina, because it just proves there are no boundaries, right? If you want to do it, you can. Where there's a will, there's a way. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Needed that. Yes, absolutely. Amazing. Amazing. Love it. Thank you, Sharina, for sharing that because it just speaks volumes. I think I would like to bid on one of those bags if you wouldn't mind. Just saying. So that was the last of our cherub chit chat. So thank you to all the local cherubs and to Sharina and her son for sharing your beautiful work. And thank you to Sherry for sharing your beautiful work and inspirations. They go a long ways because we see all these things, and when we see it in the way that you do it, I think it adds so much. And I just want to, it just makes my list longer. I have to pick and choose, and you have to make the list longer. So thank you for all of that. And give your son a nice hug from Halo and tell him thank you for allowing you to share that. We appreciate him allowing that. All right, so next part of our segment, I just have a couple of items that I want to share with you. So, and I have some ideas for the future on exactly what I want to do. But Tabby Road Deja Vu is in the house. So for any of you who are not familiar with Tula Pink and Deja Vu, she once a year takes a line that she's already done, and a lot of people collect her fabric and they become valued in a way that you would be shocked to hear how much people are paying for this fabric. So she creates a Deja Vu line where she takes like 8 or 9 bolts, and she might tweak the color, she might tweak the pattern on it, the print in some way. But by doing that, she's not taking away from the value of the first time it was printed, but it actually gives it like a whole nother collection. Okay, so for those who've been collecting it, they still have value. And for those of us who are new, it gives us something to collect again, right? Love seeing what others create, hearing their stories. It's inspiring. Yes, you'll have to watch the replay of the pretty. Yeah, you will. Thank you all. Yeah, amazing. Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to, remember, there's a couple of things I'm going to have you, now it won't matter at the beginning here, but I want some feedback on this new camera. So the first one I'm going to share with you is, okay, so Tabby Road is, I don't even like cats, guys. Okay, I don't. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not a cat girl anymore. But I love this fabric. Okay, this fabric is so stinking cute. And the first one I'm going to share with you is called Disco Kitty. Okay, she has the funnest names for her fabric. I'm just saying. Now I can blow it up. I don't think I'll need to though. But this is the first bolt, and it's called Disco Kitty. I know you love kitty cats, Mom. When it's so funny, by the way, because my mom didn't used to like cats. So this is Disco Kitty. It's got a background that's kind of minty a little bit, aqua minty. I don't know really the color definition. Hers, she calls it techno mint. Okay, but Disco Kitty is here. That's the first print, and I'm going to leave that there because the second print is called, oh my gosh, all of a sudden I'm drawing a blank. Club Kitty. There we go. Took me a minute. You love kitty. Oh wow, that's so cute. It is. Nice shot of the fabric. Thank you. So that's what I'm looking for feedback. So this is Club Kitty and Disco Kitty. Now they're very similar. So you will see that we have the toy, the cat balls. You know, they love to play with their little toys. And you see we have the leaves. This one is like a larger print, I feel like, because these are smaller. And of course the Electro Berry is what the color is called, but it's a purpley pink color, right? So they are different, but very similar. And of course you have the stars on this purplish pink berry color. But I wanted to be able to share them side by side because we have Disco Kitty and Club Kitty. Okay. Bright and sharp. Really good. Okay, good. You like the second one, Club Kitty. Yeah. Everybody will have their favorites. So those are the kitties that are actually on the fabric. It gets more fun, guys. Are you ready? All right. So the next print she calls Furball. Furball. So it's like a polka dot, right? But it's fur balls, guys. Because you know cats and fur balls, they go together, you know. Very, very cool, right? So that's fur ball. The next one, this is a favorite. I'm going to make sure I put it right side up for you guys. It's called Cat Snacks. Super cute. Just super cute. They've all been very well sought after here at the quilt shop. But of course it's got that electric berry color background, right? But Cat Snacks, guys. You can see it being called for, yeah, I know, right? Okay. The next one kind of messes with my eyes. Put this one back. And this one is called, no pun intended, but this one is called Cat Eyes. Ooh, doggy. But they are cat eyes. I mean, they're very directional. They're more this way, right? But they are cat eyes. And it's very, it's got kind of an optical illusion to it whenever you're looking at it. And it kind of does some fun stuff. So that is Cat Eyes. Love the colors. Yes, people love the colors. Let me put this one down here for now. Okay, guys. Now, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the name of this, and I'm going to see if anybody thinks what I do. This one is pretty, but it's called Disco Lucy. Now, my head messes with it does mess with the eyes. Almost makes you go cross-eyed, right? It does. So this is called Disco Lucy. I will tell you what my mind goes to when I hear this. 70s, definitely. It could be, but there is a song that makes me think about. And I'll just say it is Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, right? That's where my mind goes. Disco Lucy. It's pretty. It's very, very pretty. Very vibrant color. She did a good job on this one. So that's Disco Lucy. Two more. You gotta have a good, oh yes, see, beautiful colors, yes. You gotta have a good stripe, guys. Look at this. This will make awesome binding. Okay, now because of the way that it's printed, you'll have to cut it on the bias. You'll have to do bias binding. But the size of this stripe is perfect for binding. And it's so colorful. And the name of this print is called Disco Stripe. Yeah, Disco Stripe. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It feels nice too, by the way. Gotta love the Beatles. Yeah. And last but not least, make sure I have it turned correctly. You want some of that, yeah. I actually bought an extra bolt because I know that a lot of people were going to want it. Okay, and this is a one and done, guys. So once it's gone, it's gone. They won't reprint it again. But this one, this print is called Eek. Now I'm going to spell it E-E-K, like eek, because of the mice. See the little mice? So fun. Tula is always so fun. We love us some Tula. But yeah, the cute little mice, and here's his little tail on that one. Then he's poking out, and he's in the leaf, you know. Eek. This is Eek. It is so cute. It is so cute. I love it. I love it. So that was Tula and Deja Vu Tabby, and it is on the What's New tab on our website if you're not local, or if you want to purchase it and then pick it up, because we have that feature. But the next thing I wanted to share with you, so I'm gonna cats and mice, right? It is so cute, Julie. It is so cute. It really is. So a couple months ago in June, and I'll put a picture when I come back at you in just a second. So this one's going to be mine, but it's called the braided twist. And I shared with you these table runners. There are other things you can make besides the table runners, but I found the pattern. Okay. So for those of you who are local, that girl who's made like umpteen million of them, she's agreed to do a class for us so we can learn from somebody who's made umpteen million of them. But I love this because it's called the braided twist. Now I'm hoping, does this read right for you, or is it backwards? This is part of the camera thing that I wanted to ask you about, because I can't tell which way's which just by looking at a camera. So I'm kind of curious if you can read that okay. So anyway, this, I'll wait for the reply as we keep talking here. It's by Phillips Fiber Art, which is actually Cheryl Phillips is the one who did the designing. It says the secret is in the hidden center seam. And then no quilt. I got to read this, guys. No quilting, no binding, and no handwork. And when you get this is on our website under What's New. But when you get this, it comes with this little, as my screen just goes crazy, this little, it's a booklet that gives you all kinds of different ideas, and then how to use specifically, well, good grief. Oh, there we go. It's got its own little ruler. Okay. So I'm thinking about doing a video on it in the future, because there's a lot of really cool things that you can make with this idea. So it does come with the ruler or template. It's more of a template. It tells you how to use it. It gives you all kinds of different ideas that you can do with this inside the book. Okay. But on the outside, you can definitely see the table runner. And I'm going to come back at you. This is really, really cool, guys. It's really cool. So it does say here, before I go back, it's a 32-page book. It includes instructions for a basic twist runner, 45 twist runner, and a multiple sizing, mixed twister, reversible runner, bonus blossom, whatever that is. So it includes the tool, the book, a placement template pages, label pages, and design grids. 32-page book with the template, ruler, tool, whatever you like to call it. And just as a reminder, okay, put this microphone back in front of me. I don't know how weird it got for you. I did pull one of the pictures that she shared. And so this is the one that she did, and I had shared this with you guys before. Oop, I got all kinds of stuff going. I'm going to make it just a slightly bigger here. So this is the kind of thing that you can make with it. There's other things though, but this is the kind of thing. And she did it with all kinds of fabrics, and they're just fun. They're really fun. I've actually seen them in person, and they're really, really fun. So if that was something that intrigued you, just know that we did find the pattern, and they're available under What's New on our website. Yay! So, whew, I hope the camera was the correct way. Let me put these back. Tabby Road is in the house. So, if you're wondering about the next video, as we're still in Shop Hop season, I'm still playing. But I am definitely going to do another happy hour inside our private Facebook group, the Creative Kingdom. It's only private because we want to keep people safe. So if you'd love to sit and chit chat for an hour or so on Sunday evening, beginning around 5 o'clock, I think is what I did. I will be inside there, and it's free to anybody. It's not private like you have to be a member of something or whatever. No, it's just that we ask you to answer the 3 questions before we let you in to get the keys of the kingdom, because that way we keep those people safe. And you're free to always share, and I won't take from that page and post unless you give me permission, because it's supposed to be private. So maybe they're making something for someone and they don't want them to see it or come across it by accident, or maybe they just don't want their work shown, right? So it's private in the idea that it does stay private, and we keep those people safe. But I will be in there on Sunday doing another sit and sew. We call it happy hour because it's our happy place. And so we'll do that at 5 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. And then as far as my next video drop, I'm hoping for, we're shooting the goal for a video drop being on, what's today? The 7th? Is it the 7th? It'd be the 21st of August. Yes. And I will go ahead and do a live Q&A with that, just in case there are questions or anything I might forget to add. But then I'll also share with you some new product, because we got a lot of stuff coming. I'm contemplating on being here on next Wednesday, just as, I'm not going to schedule it, but we have some stuff coming in that I think you really need to see. And it'll be here starting on Monday and a little bit on Tuesday. So I might just pop in on a live, a very random live, because I do have some product, and I'd hate to wait until the following week because some of it might be gone. Okay. So, that's up in the air. But so far it seems to be a go. And then definitely I'm shooting for the 21st for a new, something fun to make, something quilty, and then doing a live Q&A the Wednesday evening at 7. Okay. So at any rate, that's what I got. And I hope I didn't miss anything. I appreciate all of you coming out. Oh, I see something I might have missed. Nope. What's new? Oh, that was me. So share if you're still in here, and you can post the link. That would be great for the What's New tab, so they can find all the goodies. But at any rate, guys, I appreciate Sherry with a C and Sharina and our 3 local cherubs for allowing us to share your inspirations to inspire us all. Man, even if it's just getting down and sewing, right? Sometimes we need a little, I want to make now. You see people making stuff and it makes you want to make. Might not be the same making, but you're making something. So thank you so much for allowing us to share. And I will look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. And if you're local, come in, stop in, say hi. We'd love to see your pretty face or your manly, handsome face. We do have some male quilters in the area. And if not, I will definitely see you online soon. And if you ever would allow us to share your works in progress or your finishes, you can always email them to me at angel@haloinspired.com. I'm going to have to put a little thingy thing down here. I'll do that for next time. And or you can do it through Instagram or Facebook Messenger, or if you're in the private group, you can always post and say, Angel, you have permission to share. We would love to be able to share your work on our next Cherub Chit Chat, which will be the first Wednesday in September. Okay. I will get it up on the calendar within the next day or two, and that way it's in the Halos Happening calendar, so you can see that. That is our calendar for our worldwide cherubs, and that way you know what's happening when. Worldwide cherubs, right? Not the local ones. That would be for the worldwide cherubs. We do have a local calendar online also. So for those of you who are local, you can find out things there. Now it's been kind of quiet because of the shop hop, but things are about to get posted. We are starting to get those things done and solidified on dates. We already know the projects. We already know the different things that are coming up, but we want to get the dates solidified. So that is coming out this month. You will see things happening for starting in September. Okay. So, okay. Well, I look forward to it. Thank you all. Thank everybody. Thank you everybody for stopping in, and thank you, Anne, for the like. I appreciate that. We all here at Halo appreciate that. It helps spread the word to others, so maybe they can be inspired. But I will see you all guys soon, very soon. And until next time, and I mean this, I say it every week, but it truly comes from here, okay? Out to you, okay? May you all continue to be inspired, productive, ever so joyful. Never stop believing, and never stop making your dreams in quilting come true. We love y'all. Happy quilting. Happy hump day. Whoop, whoop. Thank you again for coming by for Cherub Chit Chat. We will see you all soon.